Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be about one of the biggest, if not the biggest, skate festival in the world that takes place every year in Barcelona, Spain. If you're watching this video, you probably are interested in Skate Love Barcelona and you probably already got your ticket, or I hope you did, because it is going to be amazing. And if you're just watching this because you love my channel, welcome. So since this is my 4th year going to Skate Love Barcelona, I think I know a little bit here and there about the festival and what you can expect. And I want to give you guys the tips and tricks so you can make your time at Skate Love the best time ever. Especially if you're coming from outside of Europe, which I know a lot of you are. So just so I don't forget any of the tips and tricks that I wrote down, I have it here on my phone. I will have everything linked down in the description so you can skip from chapter to chapter and get the best tips and tricks that are applicable to you. Number 1. Planning your trip. I usually plan 2 to 3 days before the festival starts that I arrive there, and then 1 day after the festival ends that I leave. Now the reason I do this is because it is going to be extremely exhausting and your days are going to be packed with skating, especially if it's your first time. You want to like soak up everything from the festival, and after the festival there are like all sorts of after parties going on. After parties appear. After party with people in town. So depending on how social you are, you might not have a lot of time to actually see Barcelona. So in case you are new and you want to explore the city, which I totally understand because it's a gorgeous city, come earlier. I would say 2 to 3 days, but if you're coming from far, you can actually combine it probably with different trips. But then I would suggest 2 to 3 weeks if you're able to take that long of time off to explore Europe and of course Barcelona. And the festival is usually Thursday to Sunday or Wednesday to Sunday. I arrive on Monday evening, afternoon, or I arrive Tuesday morning. And then I go and explore the city, go and do a little bit of beach life, and have some good food. Just enjoy vacation, because I know that as soon as the festival starts, I'm going to be happy but exhausted, and I will not be able to enjoy as much if I want to soak in everything from the festival. At this point now, because it is my 4th year, I kind of know what the festival has, so I tend to pick and choose when I'm going to be there and skip some parts of the festival and just go and enjoy Barcelona because I love the city. Tip number 2, location and your stay. At the point that I'm going to probably publish this video, if you're going to look for a place to stay now, it is late. It's probably going to be April-ish, March, April. It is late. You need to start looking ASAP. And accommodation in Barcelona, especially around this time, because it is a high season, is very expensive. Airbnb is very expensive. Hotels very expensive, and especially in the area in front of the festival, which is called Poblenou. It's a very up and coming kind of techie neighborhood, very picturesque, cool cafes, but also like cool buildings, modern and old combined. It's very up and coming and it's very expensive. If you are able to make friends that are in the skating world, I literally last year did just an Instagram story like, hey guys, we are looking for one more housemate who wants to share with us, etc. Try that so you can share your costs. Honestly, you're not going to be in your Airbnb or hotel room that much anyway. You are going to only literally shower and sleep there. Maybe have breakfast, but there's so many cool brunch places in Barcelona, so you don't even need to do that. And I really don't think it is that worth it to have an expensive place for this festival. You can even look into hostels if that's your type of travel style. I tend to like private rooms, or if I'm sharing with just friends, so I'm not really about that hostel life. But if you are, try to find a cheap hostel. This year, actually, we're going to stay a bit further away because it is our 4th time going. And then we will rent bikes to bike back and forth. Last year we skated it, but honestly, it is very exhausting for your legs and your feet. You are on skates the entire day. If you have to skate from your location to the venue, it can be very taxing on your feet and you can get injured. So try to rent bikes. I think it's 25 euros for a week. Not that expensive. Okay, now for classes and learnings and master classes. I know that SkateLove offers a lot of classes. I personally find them very expensive, so I do not do it. But a lot of big skaters will come to Skate Love Barcelona and they will offer classes outside of Skate Love Barcelona, where you pay them a certain fee and then you gather at some area within Barcelona and you get your classes. I tend to enjoy those more than the Skate Love ones, but it's up to you to pick and choose. If it's your first time, my first time also, I just did the Skate Love classes. They didn't actually have like the master class structure that they have now when I went, but last year I did Sacred Eagle Skates, her class on spins, which was amazing. Right? You guys are. And I can definitely recommend some of these loose classes outside of the venue. If you are alone, then yes, I would recommend master classes, be it from Skate Love or outside of Skate Love, because you will meet people in these master classes that you can hang out with for the rest of the festival. Right? So definitely if you're going alone, look into additional classes that you can take. And even if you don't do classes, all of the people that you're going to take classes from, you will meet them either at Skate Love or at the pier after Skate Love, because after Skate Love finishes at, I think it was 10 during the week and 11 during the weekends. Everybody goes to the pier, which is in front of Skate Love. It used to be all the way in Barcelona, which is a whole different town. It was horrible to get there. They moved it now to right in front of Skate Love, and that is where everybody, all the OGs gather, and you can really have a wonderful time and learn so much from people because they're very willing to teach you right there and then. You can just watch other people do things, go up to them and ask them how they did it to teach you. People are very open, in my experience, to help you out, especially if you're a beginner. This is actually one of the questions that I got on Instagram about Skate Love, and that is what level do you need to have in order to go to Skate Love? And Skate Love is for all levels, definitely, but if you really want to enjoy your time there are a few things that I can definitely recommend you learn. Street skating. Learn how to skate on the street confidently and learn how to stop, different ways of stopping. Learn how to skate without your stops and learn how to stop without your stops. So jam plugs, etc. Because a lot of the moves that you're going to be learning require you to have jam plugs in, or at least stops that are either very tiny, very high up, or just non-existent. So you really need to be comfortable with that. You have your basics down, your manuals, toe manuals, heel toe manuals. Your balance has to be good. I would say high level, mid to high level beginner at the least, so you can actually really enjoy skating along with people. Another thing that's very important is the rink that they have is quite small, and especially at night, and especially in the weekends, which are the biggest days, it's extremely crowded, right? It's crowded to the point that it's not fun at times. And you can really get hurt if you fall on that concrete that they have, or if you bump into other people. So you really have to be able to control your speed, stop when needed, if you want to really enjoy your time there. Now, clothing. Barcelona, girls, guys, people's watching. Barcelona is hot, okay? In the summer, especially September, it is hot, hot, hot. They actually now, even in winter, have a water crisis. So I'm actually worried about that for the summer, if there's going to be enough water for everybody. But it is a hot place, so do not come with super long, thick jeans and stuff. Try to keep your materials light if you're going to wear long things, or my advice would just be to wear shorts. But if that's not like something in your culture or what you're comfortable with, if you want more the modest lifestyle, that's fine, but just be aware that it's going to be extremely hot, because the sun is really hitting you hard at the beach. SkateLove doesn't have a lot of shading and you're skating, so that makes you even hotter. I just sometimes wear bikinis and a short bikinis or like a mesh thing. Body positivity is a thing there, right? Right in front of SkateLove, there's a nude beach and people come in all shapes and sizes and show everything. So don't be ashamed of your body. And you're skating anyway, so who cares? You can do cool stuff on skates. Doesn't matter. Well, yeah, make sure that the clothing that you wear is very airy and breathable and beach appropriate, because it's a vibe also, you know, you're skating on the boulevard by the beach, California style clothing. I mean, it's a thing. Maybe it's just my vibe and my dream, but it's a thing. Barcelona is one of the world's capital of pickpocketing, and my earbuds were stolen last year, so be careful with money and your cards. Just putting it out there. Apple Watch, maybe it's better. You can even pay with your Apple Watch, etc. Something that's very close to your body works best. Be very careful. Honestly, the first year that I went to SkateLove, I did not know people. I knew like one girl that actually told me about SkateLove, and I know she was going, but we both went separately. So I met people there. Talking to strangers was very hard, but once you get over it, you will have people that you know now every year. So every year I go, I meet people that I've met before, and it's just really cool. People are very nice. People are willing to help you. So try to connect. Another thing I did was beforehand is just try to connect with people on Instagram that I know are going to SkateLove. Maybe just put it in your story like, hey, who's going to Skate Love Barcelona? And tag Skate Love Barcelona, because sometimes they repost your posts, your stories, and then other people see it too. Try to find people in your area that are also going to SkateLove, and just be aware that the first few days you will have to be extra social. You know, talk to people, because you're not the only one going alone. A lot of people are coming alone from all over the world. Now, things to bring with you. Don't overpack. Honestly, don't overpack. You will need to bring a lot of skate clothing or beach clothing that you skate in that is, you know, very sweat absorbent but not too hot. Another thing that I would bring are LED lights, because the pier is going to be very dark. There's no lighting at the pier, so after sundown it is dark. So you see that people bring like their own portable LED lights. I'll put some in the description below that you can get on AliExpress or Temu or whatever. So for instance, I have this one right here, and you can like put it on a tripod or whatever, and it could actually go way brighter than this, and it has different colors. Another thing I would bring are a set of locks, because pickpocketing in Barcelona is a big issue. And especially when you're skating and you leave your bags there, people actually had their bags stolen last year from the pier, because the pickpocketers know they can blend in with people, just take your bag and leave. That's why I always have myself a fanny pack or bum bag, depending on where you're from, where all my valuables are in, including my phone, etc. And I only have like water and maybe like some very cheap shoes for if my feet hurt in my bag. I try not to keep any valuables there. So bring an additional bag. Also bring a waterproof one if you're going to the beach, so you don't have to leave your stuff on the beach, because people got their stuff stolen last year on the beach too, unfortunately. So make sure that you can always have your valuables with you. Now, money, especially if you're not from Europe, you will need euros. Visas are not accepted everywhere. American Express is definitely, it's gonna bring you issues. Do not do it. Come with either a MasterCard, a Visa, debit cards. I would advise you to get a Revolut card, which I hope you have that outside of Europe. But Revolut is like this neobank, and it's a debit credit card, and that tends to work pretty well in Europe. Barcelona is very tech forward, so you can pay NFC, you can just tap your phone and pay. All of that works perfectly. Cash is also, but honestly, I hardly ever use cash in Europe. Only in Germany, because they're very, but in Spain, I tap and go every single place I go to. So guys, it was a very packed video with a lot of tips, a lot of tricks, but it's all based on my own experience. So if you like this video and if you want to know more, not just about skating, but just about in general, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video. If you have any additional questions about Skate Love or skating and you want to learn some moves before Skate Love, let me know down in the comments what you would like to see. And yeah, summer's coming, so let's get ready for summer. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.